But you don't feel as actors across the board that this is in any way...
Amanda uses the analogy about sometimes it's like doing theater.
Yeah.
You know, you're on the stage, you're on the green stage, and a lot of what's going on is going on in your imagination. But yeah, so I think we've all gotten used to that. And also, it is kind of cool then, you know, to re-experience the show when you see the finished product and you go, oh yeah, that's what I was running away from for life.
That's the coolest part. Is it doesn't matter what you imagine it is going to look like. It's so much more epic than you ever had in your mind. But for us, the great thing about our show is it's such a visually spectacular show.
Yeah.
But it's also very character-driven. So that's what makes it, I think, easier for us as actors, is because it's a character-driven show. We have these great relationships that have really developed over the last few seasons. And this, in season 3, I think even our personal relationships presented in the characters some more. And there's just a comfort and really a lot of fun this year.
I think there's an intimacy to the process because it is just then it becomes about the words and the actors and the connection and the characters. It's not so much about all the scenery around you because you can't see it, so you kind of close it down and make it very intimate.
And there's an unbelievable shorthand that's I think it's been there since the beginning, but
Did you just call me short?
Yes.
I got
but I
that.
also said you were unbelievable.
Thank you.
Not in a good way. I think the way that it's short, unbelievable. But I mean, there's a short. Sorry. There's a. How can I rephrase it? There's a way of communicating that doesn't take very long. That we
Well put.
Now I said long. Oh God, it's gone downhill. But I think, you know, and that's like we have such a tight-knit group of people, the crew, the cast, everybody, and you know, there can be things where, you know, Marty Wood would be, you know, call cut and he'll walk over to me to say something and I'll just already go, yeah, no, I got it, let's go. And I think that's you know, what Amanda was saying about the tightness between them.
I think, to be honest, the fact that we are this kind of grassroots independent production, see what I work with, this is the shorthand right here. It's easy to, you have all the bells and whistles and cranes and helicopters and giant, you know, places to go shoot. You can get wrapped up in that and the story can get lost. And you can, we have to be very clever and everything we do has to service the story of the characters. And the show itself just works because we only want to tell stories about our characters. I mean, I don't like stories where it's like, a mysterious person comes to the sanctuary and then. I like it when Helen Magnus or Henry Foss or Will, what's his name, have to...
It's Mr. Will, what's his name?
Well, let's talk about the characters. Amanda, according to my, not to screw up the panel, it says, it actually says this. It says, don't hide the booze. Talent are a lot funnier with a few drinks in them. Amanda,
Yes, Joe?
here's my question for you. I get the feeling, watching the show, that you have a lot of fun playing this character. And that she seems a lot more, she seems more sensual, right, than Sam Carter. No, I mean she really does, right? She seems like a much more sensual character than maybe Sam Carter from Stargate. And yet, I'm always amazed when I watch the show how little we kind of see her.
I know.
I guess what I'm asking is when is Magnus going to get it on with something? When is that going to happen?
I know.
When is she gonna get a boyfriend? But like when is she gonna let loose a little bit?
She has a boyfriend. He's just like the baddest boyfriend you could ever have.
I have a boyfriend, he's just not very nice to women. Yeah, I agree with you. In fact, I've brought up that question before to Damien. When Helen
I don't even just mean in terms of that. It just seems like right under the surface, we get the sense that
she's very comfortable with her sexuality. Unlike
Yeah.
Sam, who is very awkward with her sexuality. Helen is not. And has had many, wonderful experiences over the course of her years. So she's very comfortable with her body and with herself, which is something I'm getting used to, the idea of, especially the heels.
I was just going to say, yeah, we've all seen Magnus's shoe collection.
Yeah.
Josh, she's choosy.
she's choosy.
Yeah.
All right.
Could you go back
But
to
can we
talking
maybe
about
look
being
forward? Can we
homophobic?
maybe look forward though?
Could
in
there
the
be some
season ahead
choosing?
Can we look forward in the season ahead to some romantic entanglements for Dr. Magnus?
Can I announce something?
You asking me? Sure. Yes, you can announce something.
We're really very excited, and not that I want to tie the romantic thing together with this, but who knows, it could go somewhere. We have a wonderful guest star coming up for a couple of episodes. She sort of goes toe-to-toe with Magnus, and it's the incredible Polly Walker, who will be playing this character. Yeah. From Caprica and Rome, and she's gorgeous, and I read the scenes between them and I was like,
It's really
no, why not? Damien? I'm
Wow.
thinking it would be really cool. But anyway, Polly Walker is joining our show for a couple of episodes.
That's all it takes.
That's all it takes.
Clothes are coming off.
Just add tweets.
Just, yeah, here, I wrote.
Let's, one of the things, let's pick up on something we saw in the teaser there, and that's, I think we saw a brief clip of Magnus' father, it
Yeah.
looked like, and I think that's been one of the great hanging threads of the show through the first 2 seasons is, where is he, what's going on with him? Let's talk a little bit about parents in the season to come. Amanda, we're gonna see your dad?
We have a dream cast idea for if we were to cast Will and Henry's parents. And we'd love for Christopher Walken to play Will's father. Okay, it gets better. And for William Shatner to play Henry's father. And so we've been sort of improvising and playing around with that idea.
Magnus, my son, went to a good school, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you've got him working with a Sasquatch. I don't understand, son, your boss, she's hot. I like the shoes.
Mr. Robert John, ladies and gentlemen.
Henry, does anyone ever open a window in this place? What kind of job is it? You're working with monsters. And
Bill, why don't we go for a beer, maybe loosen you up, you know?
I'll loosen you.
Damien Kimber, ladies and gentlemen.
Episode written.
And then we can get Jack Nicholson as Kate's dad. Oh.
I want to talk about Henry for a second. Season 2, no
Thanks, Brady.
werewolfing really in season 2. We spent a lot of season 1 kind of watching Henry come to grips with his abnormality and then seemingly kind of accept it. And then it seems to have really been kind of in the background for a lot of the second season. Where's your character headed in the next season?
Oh, season 3.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say we see a lot more of that side of Henry, which ultimately means we see a lot more of a lot of sides of Henry. We're not written with the luxury of having magic denim shorts that just kind of appear when you transform into a werewolf. Our Henry gets naked. No, they're
I've had the unfortunate experience of having a scene off during the day and going to get a cup of coffee and maybe I'll go down to the stage and see what they're shooting and just kind of walk, oh God, I'm unclean.
I did shoot an interesting scene where Robin was standing about 8 feet behind me. Yeah, sorry.
You get the jaws of life to get that image out of your head. You know?
This is some things you cannot unsee. I've seen your ass so many times.
We've all seen your bum so many times.
Oh,
Well, okay.